Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to online sport program from APSACS Portort, class 10, week 1, and we will start from chapter 1, which is programming techniques. The objectives of this video lectures are after watching this video lecture you will be able to learn about some basic steps to understand a problem, like you will be able to define your problem and you will be able to take different steps to solve that particular problem. And the second one is how computer can solve a problem in different steps. Let's start with the understanding the problem. Obviously, before we solve the problem, we must understand the problem, the nature of the problem, and the definition of the real problem. So solving the problem is always the main task of computer. Problem mean any type of task is called problem. Like if you want to listen music, hear music, that is a problem. If you want to search through internet, it is a problem. If you want to make a video clip, that is a problem. So obviously for making a video clip you need a camera, and obviously you need a camera app. So there are different types of apps, so that is a problem, and we can solve that problem by using having a camera in mobile phone and having a particular application for that particular type of hardware. Same in the case if you want to listen music, obviously you need a media player software for that particular problem. So solving of the problem is the main job of the computer programming, to build such software that can solve that problem. Like I have already told you, for listening music you need a media player software. Obviously programmer must understand how human solves a problem, and then he will translate that understanding into set of instructions which are known as software or program using any computer language. So it is necessary for a programmer to understand how humans solve the problems, and after understanding that he will be able to convert those understanding into computer language, which is known as software or program. Because computer can only understand the programs that are written in computer languages, and then he will be able to execute and solve that particular problem very easily. Different steps are involved in solving the problem. The first one is define the problem. Obviously if you don't know the problem, then you will not be able to identify the solutions for that particular problem. The second one is, after defining the problem, you will analyze the problem, the nature of the problem. You will gather different types of information about that particular problem, and then you will plan the solution of that particular problem. The fourth one is candid solutions, and the last one is selecting best solutions. So let's discuss them in detail. First one is defining the problem. This is the first stage of problem solving, because until or unless you don't know the problem, you will not be able to solve that particular problem. Like if you don't know whether you are have headache or whether you have belly pain, then you cannot eat any type of medicines for your problem. So it is the first stage of problem solving, and it is very important for understand the problem before the programmer starts working on the solution. Same in the case whether it is a programmer or whether you are working in real life, you must understand the problem and then you will start working on the solution of that particular problem. There are different steps that through which you can define your problem. The first one is read the problem carefully again and again. If we are talking about a computer problem, then obviously, like in examination hall, you are first of all you read the question paper and you read it very carefully. You understand it, what type of question is it, what it want to me, and then you, after reading that question carefully again and again, then you write the answer. The second one is find out what the problem asks to do. Like if the problem is 2 plus 2, obviously 2 plus 2 means the problem asking for the addition of two digits. So when you are reading your problem, then read it carefully and find out what your problem is asking you to do. What type of information can be obtained from problem? Like I already told you, 2 plus 2, obviously if 2 plus 2, then that problem is about the addition, and your answer will be in integer form, in text form. What inputs are required for solution? 2 plus 2, obviously 2 digits are required for the addition of that particular. Same is the case, the example given in the book is find out the average marks of the student. If we talk about the average marks, then what are the inputs? Obviously the input will be all the subjects you are going to add in the result for the finding out the average. And find out what problem asks to do. Obviously the problem is asking you to find out the average mark. Average mark means the sum of total marks divided by the sum of total number of subjects. And what type of information you will obtain from that problem? The information that will be obtained from that problem will be a integer. You need an integer answer as a result. The next one is analyze the problem. Analyzing the problem means investigate the problem to gather information about it, to get the information as much as you can. You will read that problem again and again. You will think about that problem. You will discuss with your friends, with the relevant persons about that problem to know the problem. There are different steps to analyze the problem. The first one is first of all you will think about it, that whether the problem you are facing, can you solve that particular problem by using a computer, yes or no. The next one is what is to be done to find the solution of the problem. What you will do, what type of inputs and what types of things and actions are required for the solution of that problem, if that problem can be solved through the computer. What to proper sequence of steps to solve that problem. Yes, you can solve that problem by using computer. So what will be the steps, which step you will take first and which step you will take at the last. What are inputs and what outputs are required. How many solutions are possible of that particular problem. Like we know every problem has may have multiple solutions, and we pick up only one solution which is best for us. So during the analysis of that particular problem, we also discussed that how many solutions are possible for the solving that particular problem. Like if you want to travel from Rawalpindi to Sargodha or Rawalpindi to Islamabad, how many solutions are possible? You can go through your own conveyance like car, you can go through public transport, you can travel by using train, you can travel through airline. So there are four different possible ways of that particular solutions. The last one is which solution is best and why. Obviously you will check your budget, you will check your resources, and then you will decide which solution is best for you. How solution will be implemented, and after selecting that best solution, you will discuss, you will analyze that how you will implement that solution, how you will execute that plan. The next one is planning the solution of that problem. Like you have discussed multiple solutions and now you are planning to solve those. Basically this is a creative step of problem solving. Like everyone has different thinking power and different mindset. So obviously if you ask a same question from multiple people, they will give you the different answer, because everyone has different opinion and different thinking power. So that's why planning of solution is a creative step in problem solving. During planning, we divide problem into steps and arrange their sequence. If your problem is large, then obviously to solve that problem easily, it is best way to divide that problem into different categories, same categories, and then you will arrange that sequence. You will arrange them in the priority wise sequence, that which step must be solved at first priority and which has the low priority. This all to be done during the planning of the solution. How to discuss the problem with someone? First of all, when you are going for the planning of solution, always talk to the right person. Do not talk to the irrelevant person. Do not talk everybody about your problem for the solution. The second one is, when you are talking to that particular person, then talk only about the topic. Do not talk about the irrelevant things. Always focus on the topic, as your every question, your every move must be about your problem. Third one is, during the discussion, during the right talking to that particular person, stay calm and ask the valid question, which means be reasonable. Do not talk much and do not ask irrelevant question, and don't be aggressive and don't panic. Tell your desired outcome, like what you were planning. If you bought a mobile phone, then what was your desired outcome? What was your planning like? About, you were worried about the RAM, you were worried about the performance or the battery timing, and now that is your problem. That is not true about your problem. Expect questions. Obviously when you are talking to that particular person, when you are discussing your problem with that person, obviously that person will ask you some questions, so be ready for answering all those questions. Listen to their response. When you have this explain your problem, you told everything about your problem to that particular person, now it's time for the response. So be calm and don't panic during his response. Obviously you sometime you don't like his answers, but you have to listen their response. Maybe their response is will be fruitful for you. The next one is candid solution. What is a candid solution? I already told you that every problem has many solutions. Like we can solve a problem in through different ways. So everyone will solve the problem according to his own approach, his own different thinking. Like I already told you that during the planning session, that it is a creative step of solving the problem. So what are the candid solution? All the possible ways to solve the problem that leads you to the solution of the problems are known as candid solutions. So among the candid solution, now it's time to select the best solutions available. Like I already told you, every problem has may have many solutions. Basically three factors are involved for the selection of best solution among the multiple possible solutions. The first one is speed. Speed means when you open that program must run fast. That application must respond you quickly. It must not delay the response. The second one is cost. How much budget is required for the solution of that problem, whether you can afford that cost or whether you cannot. The third one is complexity. How many steps are involved in the solution of that particular problem. Obviously it must contain minimum number of steps for the solution of the problem. Means the procedure must not be that much lengthy, so that the user cannot solve the problem within time. So these were the 5 different steps for the understanding of the problem and solving that problem by using the computer. Your assignment for the week: you have to solve the exercise questions, question number 2 part 1, and from the long section you have to solve the question number 3. And the new thing is you have to analyze your daily life problem and verify if you can solve that problem on the computer. Like if you want to buy a bus ticket, can you solve this by using computer, yes or no, and you have to write the steps. This was the video lecture for the first week. Stay safe, stay home, and don't forget to subscribe and share this channel for updated video lecture of all the subjects. Good luck. Allah Hafiz.